Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Andy. Welcome to episode 12. Episode 12. Yeah, we've been doing this for 12 weeks now. This is I Learning Crypto Talk, and we'll be bringing on our host in a few minutes. But just a little bit about me. I first got involved with cryptocurrency all the way back as far as 2015, December 2015. I earned some cryptocurrency, I earned some Bitcoin, and I didn't know what it was, just numbers on the screen in this wallet, which looked like a load of gibberish to me. And I needed to find out what to do with it because it was fascinating to me. And plus, I wanted to see how it worked and how I could actually use it. And well, I kind of pottered about on Google and YouTube and tried to find things out. And unfortunately, it was kind of hit and miss. Now, had I had education, like the education package that we have here at iLearning Crypto back then, I would have been much better off today, and I certainly wouldn't have made the mistakes that I did. So please pay attention for the next hour because we're going to be hearing from somebody who's an absolute expert in his field. But first of all, I'm just going to run a short 6-minute video on iLearning Crypto, the whole opportunity. So please sit back for the next 6 minutes and watch this video. Thanks.
The cryptocurrency boom is just getting started, and you are exactly the right place at the right time to take advantage of it, especially if you take action now. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you something that can truly give you an unfair advantage over the masses. Right now, you can be earning cryptocurrency while you learn all about the cryptocurrency financial revolution that is unfolding all around you, including the world's smartest smart contract deployed on the Tron blockchain, iLearning Crypto. iLearning Crypto is the absolute best vehicle to earn unlimited amounts of Tron instantly and directly to your Tron wallet. Launched in March 2021, iLearning Crypto boasts a true follow your influencer smart contract that is 100% decentralized, secure, and will run forever. This is your chance to be one of the fortunate few to be positioned for maximum earning potential. iLearning Crypto has multiple education courses available, each unlocking more valuable products and even greater income potential. Brandon Ivy, our educator and consultant, will guide you through the maze of information. Tons of courses that are already provided and more added monthly. You will learn everything setting up your wallet to keeping your crypto safe. Brandon's weekly crypto talks will keep you up to date on the current news and events happening in the crypto world. Splitting the one-time purchases from each course 50-50 between the referring influencer and the iLearning Crypto Payout Vault is the most powerful formula that really accelerates your income boosting potential. Starting with Crypto 101 at 40 USDT in Tron and all the way to Crypto 105 at 1000 USDT in Tron, where 50% of each course will be deposited instantly and directly to your Tron wallet. Every third enrollee opens up a new term for you and enrolls you right back into the program without ever coming out of pocket again. And it gets even better. Every time the iLearning Crypto Smart Contract looks for those who haven't completed their first term, you will deliver free airdrop positions to those most in need on the 40 USDT and 100 USDT terms, giving them a jump start and can even help them complete a term. And you can complete an unlimited number of terms in any of your purchased courses. As you continue to enter into the new terms in any of the courses, you will also qualify to receive term bonuses. On stage 1, when completing 50 terms, you'll earn a 250 USDT bonus in Tron. Stage 2, complete 100 terms, earn a 500 USDT bonus. Stage 3, 250 terms, 1000 USDT bonus. As you go through the stages, you earn more and more free Tron. And this process continues to stage 16 when you complete 250,000 terms, earning you an astounding 1.25 million USDT bonus in Tron. So you're not a recruiter or don't want to sell, iLearning Crypto is for you too. The first 10,000 enrollees to activate up to and including Crypto 105 will automatically qualify for the Daily Rewards program, earning an equal share of 5% of the daily deposits to the iLearning Crypto Payout Vault for life. This bonus is 100% passive daily income. Then we have the iLearning Crypto Signals, producing and delivering great results so far. The AI Trading Bot gives you the ability to take advantage of third-party signals bot that connects to an account you control and trades on your behalf. Your crypto never leaves your wallet and is in your possession at all times. You never share your earnings with anyone or pay a commission. When you become an iLearning Crypto influencer, you are assigned an ID and your Tron wallet is permanently connected to the smart contract. You can earn from enrolling new influencers on your purchased product courses, and if someone you enroll goes faster through the courses and skips over you, you will miss out on available profits. But your enrollees never leave you, and you will get them back once you catch up to the course they're in. iLearning Crypto's Telegram bot can notify you not only of your real-time earnings, but also when you are about to miss out on potential earnings from enrollments and what immediate actions you should take. iLearning Crypto is not an HYIP or get-rich-quick program. Real products and services of real value that provide you with a real opportunity to generate unlimited wealth starting right now. iLearning Crypto offers all the support, resources, tutorials, and training necessary for you to be successful. All you need to do to get started is a clever TronLink or Token Pocket wallet funded with enough Tron to activate your courses. Get started now with as little as 40 USDT worth of Tron. And for those who understand the absolute massive earning potential, all courses can be purchased in quick succession. Then simply share your iLearning Crypto link with others. Forget about spillover. Our iLearning Crypto members are earning massive spill up. Crypto educational products, free airdrop positions, massive term rewards, Leadership League prize pool, daily rewards, bonus AI trading bot, Telegram notifications, and real live support are just some of the added amazing features that await you with iLearning Crypto, plus secrets yet to be revealed. Get paid in crypto directly to your own personal digital wallet. To get started or have any questions answered, get back to the person who showed you this video now. Welcome to iLearning Crypto, the smartest smart contract. Earn while you learn, and learn while you earn.
There you go, folks. So hopefully that'll give you a little bit of an understanding of what iLearning Crypto is and what it can do for you, more importantly. Okay, now the voiceover on that call was supplied by the gentleman I'm just about to introduce you to, and he's waiting to join us from his home in Los Angeles, California, and he is the focal point. As you can see, Mr. Brandon Ivey is the focal point of our education on iLearning Crypto. So without further ado, just going to bring him on. Hello, Brandon. How are you doing today?
Doing good, Andy. How about yourself?
I'm terrific. Okay. Yes, folks, this is Broaden, and Broaden is our master educator on iLearning Crypto. What is it you're going to talk about today, please, Broaden?
Well, today we're going to talk about the SEC in the United States. And the SEC, I mean, bless their little hearts, they've been going through a lot with their lawsuit with Ripple. Things haven't been going their way. They've got an executive order from President Biden to get their stuff together. And now they have lawmakers that's sending them letters saying, you need to get your stuff together fast. So we're going to talk about that and how it's going to impact the crypto market moving forward.
Okay, Brandon, please take it away in your own time. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, thank you, Andy. And guys, you know, I'm still on a buzz from the Bitcoin Miami 2022 event with 40,000 people were in attendance. Now, there are other events coming up. The Consensus event in June at Austin, Texas. There's an event in Canada in May. No. I think August. There are events in London and France, all over the world. I think the Blockchain Expo in Santa Clara in October or November. So you definitely, if you know of any crypto events that's on a big scale like that, where you've got dozens and hundreds of different speakers that's going to be there, and it's anywhere in your area, You want to make sure that you can get to those events, get to those areas and plug in, because that's how you learn and that's how you see a lot of things. And I went back and watched, I was streaming live from the floor in Miami and seeing all the different booths. And there's a couple of industries that really, really stood out. One was the NFTs, of course, but it was mostly the NFTs of art. So a huge section is about NFTs of art. The second was the DeFi. There was a huge section about DeFi. And then the third was mining rigs, the next generation of mining, whether it's Bitcoin mining or any mining rig, where these rigs need to be submerged in this liquid type of water or some form of liquid that cools the mining rigs, and they are recycling the heat and the energy. I'm looking at a business card right here from a gentleman named Sean Blackwell, who created a company called Crypto Watt that is using these mining rigs on a home basis. So if you have a home in California, it's always popular that you have either two refrigerators or one refrigerator in the house and then like one ice chest in the garage. And it's about half your height that you store all your freezable goods in. Well, this device is the size of that ice chest. And you plug it in right next to your water heater so that the heat generated from the mining goes into the water heater and it powers your home. Ingenious device, and that's on a residential scale. Then they have these, well, not his company, but next to him was another booth that was on an industrial commercial scale, where they were these big, they're like the size of shipping cargo containers, and half of it you have the mining rigs, the other half you have their version of liquid cooling technology that is recycling the heat and the energy, so it reduces your carbon footprint, it brings down the cost of electricity, so it's more eco-friendly. And there had to be about 4 or 5 of those that I saw at this event. What I'm surprised by not seeing, I didn't see too much of the metaverse, Oculus goggles, and that kind of stuff. I thought I would see a whole lot more things about NFTs, gaming, and metaverse, and I didn't. Or even beacon technology with smart cities, because that's what I normally see at blockchain expos. But this was an event that was put on by Cash App. So, of course, they're going to invite whatever type of vendors that they want to have. But it was still a very, very interesting and good event to learn about what's coming in the space. And then I got nostalgic. I started to think about when I first heard about Bitcoin and crypto. I remember when it really hit my radar screen, the news media was saying that Bitcoin had burst. The bubble had popped. And this was back in 2012 and 13 when Bitcoin rose up to $1,000, about $1,100 per coin. And it made national news because previously it was worth pennies, right? And then $10, $15. Then all got it to $1,100 a coin, and it was all in the media. But very soon after that, it dropped all the way back down. They say, "Yeah, see, we told you this was a scam, pump and dump, and all that." And then years later, you follow the same trend, and it goes to $20,000 a coin. And then from $20,000 a coin, it came back down. Oh, it was a scam. Then it went up to $69,000 a coin. It's coming down. I think it's still going to go at least to the $30,000 range at least one more time, maybe even 25 to 30,000. And when that happens, the news media is going to call it a scam. And if you see the pattern here, you want to make sure you're buying. Whenever you hear the media saying that the bubble has burst and popped, that's good buying time, not just for Bitcoin, for all cryptos. And then you watch and ride the rocket ship as it goes back up. The next rocket ship, they're already saying $100,000, $300,000 a coin. But that's not what impresses me for Bitcoin to do that. It's the altcoins. If Bitcoin goes that high and it represents 38% of the market, what do you think the altcoins are going to do? They're going to have exponential growth. That's where you can get rich, crypto rich, if you want to, not based on Bitcoin, but based on the altcoin. So, as a disclaimer, I'm not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice, but I will give a suggestion on what I do. And I like to do what's called dollar cost averaging. I have a set portfolio, and then I'm going to add to that portfolio every week, every month, little by little, regardless of what the price of crypto is. I don't even care what the price of crypto is because I'm looking 3 to 5 years from now, not what it was last week or what is going to be next month. Because over time, long term, no matter how volatile the market is, it's always going up and it keeps going up, 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 up. So long-term thinking in this, I'm very excited about where the crypto space is right now. I want to bring Andy back on up to share, a little bit more testimonial. Then we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to go into some of the news about the SEC. So Andy, come on back up and share with everybody a little story about yourself.
Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing, guys? Okay. Well, I usually share a couple of different stories, but guys, I will conclude with this story by backing up what this guy's just said. But one of my background, guys, a long time ago, I was in Thomas Cook. I actually worked for a bank for a long time, and then I went into Thomas Cook in management via the foreign exchange kind of route because of my banking background. Now, Thomas Cook was unfortunately is no longer with us, but it was one of the biggest travel companies on planet Earth back then. And I was in charge of the foreign exchange in my native Belfast city centre. Very busy it was, but back then, now when I actually think about this now. If you guys, it depends how old you are. Okay, that's primarily what I'm going to say. Back then, when people went on vacation, as you guys call it, the States, we'd be encouraged to upsell foreign exchange to them. And that would involve giving them a bit of currency, local currency, wherever they happen to be going. But we encouraged them to bring the bulk of it in something called traveler's checks. Okay. So people came in with their credit card and bought traveler's checks from us. Now, to cash those, depends. The hotels where you're staying in may cash them, may not. But you'd have to go to a bureau to change, usually abroad somewhere. And you'd have to go with your traveler's checks. And you'll also have to take your ID, which was probably your passport. Now, think about this. You're walking around in a foreign country with a passport, your passport, and all your traveler's checks. And all these traveler's checks. And all you had to do was sign the traveler's check. And the signature had to match the one that you signed when you bought them. So in other words, somebody could just copy it, no problems if they're a half-decent forger. So that's what foreign exchange used to be. And we charged them commission, and they get charged commission when they changed them. And if they had some left over, they'd come back and cash them in. And guess what? We charged them commission again. So it was really not a very good setup. But fast forward to me now, where I'm kind of crypto savvy-ish. I'm learning from this man all the time. But I just came back from a vacation a couple of weeks ago where myself and my lovely lady went to Broaden, Croatia. We do these. I call them crypto breaks. We do one at least every year, somewhere in Europe, some capital city. And this year it was Dubrovnik. My foreign exchange I brought with me. Do you want to see it? There it is.
.com card.
That is what I brought. I did not touch cash from the moment I left the UK until I got back. because I was actually able to load this card. I make videos and I do basically graphic design within the crypto space in a lot of cases. Some people pay me in crypto, and thankfully somebody paid me $1,000, and I put it into Tether, which is a stable coin because I knew I was going to spend it, and I loaded this card up. Now this card I also put onto my Uber app as the payment card on my Uber app. So that meant that literally everything I did, every bar I went into, every restaurant, and even getting there by Uber was paid for by cryptocurrency. Now, that to me is just an indicator. Now, if somebody had told me that in 2015 when I earned Bitcoin, my mind would have been blown completely. But now it's like second nature. I didn't expect that it might have worked on the Uber app because certain things sometimes just don't accept this card. Very few, but there's the odd one. But it worked, and I was like, oh my God, I don't have to touch cash, and I've got an ATM. If I wanted to tip, I just added it on to the check with this, and that was it. And it was the first time I'd ever actually done an entire vacation purely 100% on crypto.
Wow.
Now, folks, as I always say when I'm on these calls, had I known Broaden and had him around 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, the stuff that he's taught me and what he was talking there about the altcoins as well, that is it. He's very accurate. Unless you've got $1 million or 100,000 or 200, 300, $400,000 worth of Bitcoin. I generally look at Bitcoin because I want to see where the rest of the market's going to go now. I don't look at Bitcoin because it's going to earn me an absolute fortune. But I'm holding lots of altcoins, and Broaden has a way of studying the news and extracting the relevant information from that news and applying it to whether or not making a decision in purchasing these tokens to hold them. Now, some of them, I've had immediate results. He gave me a tip on a thing called Polygon. I think it was back. It was basically Polygon at that point was about 87 cents, and it went all the way up to $1.70 in the following 2 weeks after Broaden. Now, it doesn't always, please don't think that that's always going to happen. It can happen, but it's this long-term plan, because a lot of people go into crypto thinking they're going to cash out and earn a fortune very quickly. That's not the case. And if you're chasing that, it's not a good idea. It's a long term. And we're talking long term. Is 3, 4, 5 years really long term? It certainly isn't. It certainly isn't when you work 40 years of your life and pay into a pension to finally have your day in the sun at the age of 65, when hopefully you've got a few marbles rattling around and you're still upstairs, guys. So listen to this guy. What he knows is just incredible, and how he delivers it is the best. So please, you're in very safe hands here with this guy.
All right. Well, thank you, Andy. I think that's amazing now that we literally can live off the grid, because we are moving to a cashless society. No more will we be having money like this. We're going to be using our debit cards. I think I now have 4 crypto debit cards. And when I went to Miami, I used my crypto.com card for everything there too. So I think that was a cool event to do. So thank you for sharing, Andy. And what we're going to do now, guys, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to jump into some crypto news, what's going on today. And we're going to talk about the SEC. So we'll be back right after this. All right, all right, all right. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and jump into some crypto news for today. So I like to actually look at the market itself. So we're gonna go to, I use CoinGecko.com, and the market is showing us in the last 24 hours. Oh, we're down 0.5%, but we're still above the $2 trillion mark. Bitcoin is at 41,192. Ethereum is at 3,000, down 1.5%. Ethereum, BNB is down 0.6. Ripple's down 3.4. Solana's down 1.1. So all the top tokens are down. Terra, those up 0.8. But then we see more red. The best performers of the last 24 hours is ApeCoin. ApeCoin is up 23.3%. But it's also up 40% on the week, on the last 7 days. Synthetics Network is up 10%, up 30% over the past 7 days. Zilliq was up 9.6, EOS 5.5, Monero, Convex, Finance, PancakeSwap, FracShare, AV. Okay, who's had a bad 24 hours? Steppen is down 9.3%, but it is still up 52% on the week. Chain is down 7.8. Nexo's down 4.5. Filecoin 4.4. Airweave 4. Radix Quant Internet Computer. Okay, so let's go into some of the news. This report from consensus.net says that the comments on SEC's proposal to broaden the definition of securities exchange. Now, most people don't want that. We do want you to define it, but broaden the definition. Well, we don't want you to make it so open that, everything is up for interpretation. So let's see what this is about. Now, Consensus is also doing an event in Austin, Texas, June, I think 9th. I think that is. But they're doing an event down there. So on January 26th, 2022, the SEC released a rulemaking proposal that, among other things, would expand the definition of exchange. This is something that we do not want to happen. See, the current exchanges that's operating in the United States are already being compliant. They already have to register with the SEC. They're already doing Know Your Customer. They're already doing anti-money laundering, AML, KYC stuff. IRS is already attached to them. But they want to broaden that to say other things are covered under the same laws as exchanges. So it says, under Rule 3B-16 of the Exchange Act, we write out of concern that some language in the proposed rule may inadvertently designate decentralized systems, such as some of those built on Ethereum, as exchanges within the meaning of the Exchange Act of 1934. 1934. Okay, hold up. Do you guys know what happened in 1934? Why that was even there? That's when we had to turn in all of the gold. We turned in the gold, and they gave us these gold-backed notes. You ever heard that term? Gold-backed notes. We've got this $5 bill here. We've got Abraham Lincoln on the bill. It says, "In God we trust, United States of America." Let me look a little more closely at this. This note is legal tender for all debts, public and private, signed by Secretary of the Treasury. Federal Reserve note right at the top. But nowhere does this say gold-backed note, because it's not backed by gold. Not anymore. Federal Reserve. So what they're saying is now they want to hold cryptocurrency under a rule that was enacted in 1934. Do you think they had any idea of crypto in 1934? Or digital assets for that matter? But that's the rule, the law they want to hold this to. Saying that if those systems are used to transact in cryptocurrencies that are misconstrued as securities, we do not believe it likely that the Commission intends the proposal to be so broad. I think they do intend it to be that broad. After all, as we explained in our letter, the decentralized systems that run on blockchain are in many respects the opposite of the centralized exchanges that Congress set out to regulate in the 34 Act. That is true. Moreover, the proposal does not mention cryptocurrency, blockchain, or decentralized finance, let alone explain how rigorous requirements of the 34 Act could sensibly be applied in the blockchain context. They don't need to, because all they have to do is say, well, no, we did not mention blockchain or cryptocurrencies or DeFi, but the 34 Act talks about anything considered a security, and we consider crypto to be a security, therefore it falls underneath the Act. That's what they would do. We certainly would never expect or to be inclined to believe the Commission would take the extraordinary step of covering blockchain-based systems without meaningful notice or consultation. Nevertheless, for the sake of providing regulatory clarity for the burgeoning blockchain sector, we urge the Commission to declare expressly that blockchain-based networks do not fall within the scope of the amendments at issue here. They're not going to do this. It says, in the unlikely event that the Commission intends to designate blockchain-based networks as exchanges, we must point out that a regulation finalizing the proposal as written would violate the 34 Act, the Administrative Procedure Act, the APA, and the U.S. Constitution. The text and purpose of the 34 Act leave no doubt that Congress intended to treat as exchanges only those places and facilities that match up orders. That's what an exchange is. Not those that help potential buyers search for potential sellers, let alone those that might possibly serve that purpose, at least in part, without ever intending to. The Commission offers a different interpretation of the statutory definition of exchange based on its desire to cover certain communication protocol systems as broker-dealers, but that desire is simply irrelevant to the meaning Congress gave the word exchange. The proposal would jettison Congress's clear regulatory framework for a poorly demarcated regime that inflicts meaningful uncertainty costs on software developers and millions of others in the technology sector who build or maintain systems throughout which the public interacts, all for the sake of speculative benefits that the proposal fails to compare to its admitted costs. On top of all this, the proposal, without conspicuous self-reflection, regulates speech on the basis of its content in violation of the First Amendment. I don't know about all that. But I find this interesting that who sent this letter, let's see, we write out of concern. Who is we? Consensus? So, the SEC released a rulemaking proposal. Doesn't actually say who, but I do know this. Another article came out that says Republican lawmakers pen an open letter to the SEC criticizing two new proposals. So this is dated April 20th. This one is dated April 18th. Okay. So two high-ranking U.S. lawmakers are attacking the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission for proposing new rules that could stifle innovation in the crypto ecosystem. Republicans Patrick McHenry, a representative from North Carolina, and Bill Huizinga, a representative from Michigan, sent a letter to SEC Chair Gary Gensler on Monday expressing concerns over two proposed rule changes in particular. In January, the SEC proposed an expansion of the definition of exchange to include communications protocol systems. So that must be why the last articles talked about First Amendment free speech, because they're talking about here communications protocol. Gensler said in January he wanted to bring crypto exchanges under the umbrella of regulation this year. Well, you have to, because even the president signed an executive order for you to do it. McHenry and Huizinga argue such a broad definition will cause uncertainty for market participants. While the SEC does not specifically define a communication protocol system, which is worse, that means at any given time they can add later whatever definition they want to it to suit whoever they're going after. So in the proposal amendments to Rule 3B-16, it is our understanding the SEC intends to take an expansive view. This will cause significant uncertainty, like Ripple. Ripple asked the SEC, do you consider us a security or not? What are the rules? SEC did not give them an answer, and then turns around and sues them for selling what they consider an illegal registered security after the fact. This will cause significant uncertainty for market participants that currently do not meet the requirements of an exchange because they don't need to. They're not an exchange. But with this new deal here, they want to define all of us as an exchange. This potential outcome is concerning and likely to stifle innovation. In March, the SEC proposed another rule change. Currently, the Exchange Act of 1934 defines a dealer as any person engaged in the business of buying and selling securities for its own account, unless it is not doing so part of a regular business, according to SEC Commission Hester Pierce. So wait, if I buy the tokens myself, you're considering me to be in violation of the Exchange Act? McHenry and Huizinga note that the SEC wants to expand that definition of part of a regular business to include people who buy and sell securities if they engage in a routine pattern of buying and selling securities that has the effect of providing liquidity to other market participants. What? Okay, if you do the dollar cost averaging, which means you're not on an exchange, you might have your own Bitcoin wallet, and you're buying Bitcoin every month like you would, and you're putting it in your wallet like you would a savings account, they will call you a dealer, according to this. A routine pattern of buying and selling? Argue the legislators. Most concerning, the SEC indicates in a footnote, but nowhere else in the rule, that the proposed rule would also encompass digital assets. That's where they covered their butts on this. Come up with this so that it can be expanded on later. Oh yeah, we did mention cryptos in a footnote when we know crypto is the target. So they're not being 100% transparent. So most concerning, the SEC indicates in a footnote, but nowhere else in the rule, that the proposed rule would also encompass digital assets deemed to be securities without any additional information or related cost-benefit analysis. The lawmakers call on the SEC to regulate the digital asset ecosystem using a balanced approach that both protects market participants and allows innovation to continue. I agree. We do not need more regulatory ambiguity in the digital asset ecosystem. To that end, we request that you provide a cost-benefit analysis for the impact of the proposed rulemakings on digital asset market participants. Provide information on the harm these rulemakings intend to address, and the SEC's statutory authority for such rulemakings. The legislators also called on the SEC to provide a public comment period of at least 60 days after proposing a rule change. So that means if they're coming up with a rule change, give the public a time to comment on it. You might want to make adjustments. If you say you're here to help and serve the people, then don't you think you might want to hear from the people how this new rule might affect them? McHenry is the top Republican on the House Financial Services Committee And Huizinga is a top Republican on the subcommittee on investor protection, entrepreneurship, and capital markets. So isn't that interesting? See, here's what I see happening that I'm actually most excited about. So far, the government has been lock in step, whether Democrat or Republican, on their belief that we need to regulate and control and shut down this whole crypto thing. Doesn't matter if you're a Republican or a Democrat. Donald Trump even came out and said Bitcoin's a scam that's not backed by anything, and this is real money because it has the faith of the federal government. So Republicans and Democrats both are on the same page on we need to regulate, we need to ban, we need to block, we need to stop this movement. But they're on board for now. For now. But let me tell you what I'm starting to see. If you want change in the United States and you want your politician to do something, know that the politician doesn't represent you or their district. The politicians represent who donated the most amount of money. That's their ledger. Getting a database of everybody, putting them in. That's how they want to move. Now, if lobbyists start to spend money to support the crypto industry, then the politicians, you're going to start seeing them say something different. They're not going to listen to you, but they will listen to the lobbyist who's paying their money in their campaign. So the bigger the industry gets, the more money that's put into lobbyists. Because I used to work in DC. I used to work in the Rayburn Congressional Building, which is on the, let me see, we're facing west. Which is on the, if you're facing west from the Capitol, it's on the south side. The Senate is on the north side. So if you're standing on the Capitol and you're looking at, you see the monument, the Washington Monument there, on the left side of that, that's the building I used to work. There's 3 of them there for the Congress. And if you ever walked out of a congressional office, the hallways lined up with people, those are lobbyists that's been sent there. They represent companies, they represent industries, they represent causes, they represent money. And that's their job, to get the word to the congressmen and senators about whatever project they're being paid to push. So if the crypto community can have a large push of lobbyists to back the whole crypto and not stifle innovation, that's a good sign. And seeing 2 Republicans doing just that, I wonder who's backing them. Somebody's spending money for them to be paying attention to this. All right, so now I want to switch gears and we're going to go into crypto education. Crypto education, because why do I read the news? Why do I stay up on this on a daily basis? Because the market is always changing. They're always moving. There's always something going on that we need to learn from on a daily basis. And crypto education is key. It is everything. There's 4 rules I live by in crypto. Education is key. It is everything. Number 2, never invest money you cannot afford to lose. Number 3, always get a return on your investment back as fast as possible. And number 4, where do you see yourself in 3 months, 6 months, a year from now? What are you willing to do to make that happen? Now, what are your goals, short-term and long-term? Find a vehicle, take action, stay focused, don't get distracted. Now, following these rules is not going to guarantee you success, but it will at least minimize your risk. So why should you get into crypto? Because this is where the new river of money is headed. And what people are currently doing is not working. Everyone's still concerned about inflation right now. You don't want to know what my answer to inflation is? Since you can't control what the federal government's going to do or the Federal Reserve. All we can do is react to it. I learned that, one, it's not what happens to you that's most important. It's how you respond to what happens to you. And then number two, build a financial wall around your house so high that nothing can penetrate it. Not the government, not the banks, nothing can penetrate it. Now you have complete control and freedom. So my answer to inflation is make more money. Offset the inflation. Inflation goes up 7, 8%, then I need to increase my monthly income by 20%. Make more money. But the sad fact is that most people are going to fail financially. 93% don't have good jobs and salaries. 95% will not succeed in business. 97% will retire broke, depending on family, government, and friends by the age of 65. Most people do not have $1,000 in their savings account. Most people cannot afford a $400 emergency without going into debt. But I want you to think about this. Digital currency is the new financial revolution. You might have heard of Uber, a transportation company that owns no cars. Amazon, the world's largest retail chain that has no stores. Airbnb, a hotel chain that owns no property. Cryptocurrency becomes the best performing asset of the past decade, period, from 0.003 cents to $69,000 a coin. It is permissionless, universal in value, and you can send it anywhere in the world without the need of Western Union, a bank wire transfer. It's as easy as sending an email. This is the future. In 2009, Satoshi Nakamoto created Bitcoin, the world's first global decentralized cryptocurrency. In 2009, Bitcoin's value was less than a penny. 2010, it was valued at 40 cents. 2016, valued at $600. 2021, $69,000. And if you would have invested $100 in Bitcoin in 2010, today it will be worth over $60 million. What is the blockchain? What is Bitcoin? That's the question most people ask. Is it real? Am I too late? How do I buy it? And most importantly, can I even spend it? Well, that is what iLearning Crypto is all about. It wants to teach you everything you need to know about crypto education and cryptocurrencies without you having to go through YouTube and Google. We have 45 videos broken up into 3 lessons: Bitcoin 101, Advanced Crypto, and how to trade Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. You're going to learn how to buy your first Satoshi. You don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin. Store your Bitcoin safely in crypto wallets. Purchase and sell with Bitcoin. Trade cryptocurrencies. Learn how altcoins work, how blockchain technology works, and all training is done by streaming video. You can stop, pause, rewind, go as long as you want, or as fast as you want. In Bitcoin 101, there's 15 videos. This course is designed to take you through the history of Bitcoin and blockchain technology. Each video is designed to take you through a step-by-step process to know the fundamentals of the technology and how it works. Once you have completed this course, you will have a more than a basic functioning understanding of blockchain, how to purchase Bitcoin, and how to use it. Then we have Advanced Crypto in 15 lessons. This course is designed for those of you who have gone through the Bitcoin 101 course or have some basic understanding of what Bitcoin is and how it functions. We will dive deeper into the functional workings of cryptocurrencies and blockchain projects. You will be introduced to other top coins besides Bitcoin on the market and learn about the economic ecosystem of cryptocurrencies. By the time you finish this course, you will have a clear understanding of crypto economics, the functioning roles of crypto, and how to understand the charts. You will be ready to engage in the cryptocurrency space. And then we have how to trade Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. By this point, you have an advanced understanding of the history of blockchain technology and the crypto space. You are ready to engage and build your portfolio. There is no one strategy that fits them all. This course will share multiple strategies and opportunities so that you will have the confidence and skills in this space to earn a profit. Now, people who understand the power of Bitcoin in this era will be one step closer to finding their financial freedom. And how do you get this crypto education? Well, you want to go let me stop sharing screen if I can pull this up. Oops, here we go. This one. So you see what's scrolling right at the bottom. For more information or to get started, go to e360tv.now.site. e360tv.now.site. From there, you will be able to find more information on what iLearning Crypto is all about, how to get your hands on the educational packages, and even if you choose to, what I like to say, earn while you learn. Earn while you learn. So that is it for what we're covering today. Well, I think this is our 12th episode. Really, we've been at this for 90 days, 12 times, 3 months. We will be back next week, same time. Let me think next week. Yeah, same time, same channel. And we encourage you to come back and listen for some more knowledge and to invite some guests to listen as well. So with that, thank you guys for being here. I'll see you all next week. Bitcoin Brandon out from Los Angeles. Have a good day. Bye-bye.